Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Harmony One token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check that out before watching this one so that you have more context. And I'm not going to be repeating a lot of the stuff that I said in the last video. So jumping into the daily chart, so we had a target over here out of this descending triangle at 23 cents, and that was met perfectly. We did wick slightly above the 55 EMA, so the target was met perfectly. From that target right now, you're down almost 20%. So if you took this trade and you sold at this level, you now can buy back in 20% cheaper. So that was a nice little trade. As you can see, we got above the 20 EMA on the daily chart, which is the yellow line over here, and we have the red line, which is the 55 EMA. So we got above the 20, hold that. We did hold that as support for multiple days, but with the Bitcoin pullback, we went back down. And I did tell you guys that I do expect us to land on this white trend line that has been holding us as support since the beginning of December, and that's exactly where we wicked. We did wick a bit below that, but that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, because if you had your buy order over here, you were filled and you're already up around about 5%. So yeah, that's regarding the targets that we had from the last video. Obviously, that target was from this descending triangle that we have over here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're back in this large triangle over here, as you can see. So we were in this large symmetrical triangle over here, and we're back in there. So potentially, if Bitcoin starts rolling a bit more, you can potentially see a move to the downside here to the 786 Fibonacci retracement at 16 cents. And I do recommend having the buy orders slightly above the support levels as always, because that gives you more chances of getting filled. Now, overall, we're looking at 60 cents here or 59 cents here for Harmony One by the end of the bull market. Obviously, we may get overextended, and I do think we're going to get overextended to the second fib level at least. But based on the Fibonacci, we are in a technical target to the 1.618 until we start breaking, when we start breaking the first fib level, which is where we got rejected from, which was a previous all-time high for us over here for Harmony One. We got rejected from that zone twice before, held that zone as support a couple of times, and now we got rejected from there as well. So the 786 is a level that I would look for if I was planning to dollar cost average into Harmony One. And as you can see, if you did target the 55 daily EMA, that was a great target as well. So you could have even taken profits at the 55 EMA, the first fib level, the target out of the descending triangle. So a lot of resistance levels for you at this area over here. So if you took profit at either of those levels, congratulations, you can buy in lower. Now jumping into the daily RSI right now, let's see what's going on over here. So also, I did give you this resistance on the daily RSI at 47.6 on the index, and we did break slightly above that. As you can see, we even back tested this line as support, confirming the uptrend. We had another move to the upside, a higher high, but then we ended up going down with the Bitcoin pullback. So potentially what can happen now is we back test it as resistance once again and get sent back down all the way to 33.2 if we see a stronger correction. If not, we may potentially just land on this support as well. So yeah, just look for support zones on the price action and on the RSI. For example, here on the RSI, you can see that you do have a couple of touches off of this zone over here, and this is a potential support that we may bounce off of. So 36.2 is a great support on the index over here. On the RSI, you potentially can land on that zone, or you can, like I said, get rejected from the 47.6 and land on that zone. So if you do get below the index of 30, obviously you are considered oversold, and that is a great entry point for any asset really, because if that happens, you usually see strong recoveries. But Harmony One did behave itself very good over here, because you can see that we didn't even get oversold during these harsh times for the crypto markets. Now let's jump into the Binance chart. Okay, jumping into the 4-hourly chart. So as you can see, we did create a bearish cross over here on the 4-hourly where the 20 EMA crosses below the 55 EMA. And that is signaling to us that we potentially can enter a bit of a downtrend here because as you can see, we did start and enter this uptrend over here. We got to the, what is this, the 0.382 Fibonacci level, got slightly above that and then broke down. Now, the Fibonacci I have set up on this chart is slightly different from the one that we had on the TradingView chart just now. So this has the swing high over here at January 14th peak at 38 cents basically, and the swing low is over here December 6th at 15.5 cents as the swing low. So that gives us the 0.382 at 22 cents. We got slightly above that level, rejected back down. So potentially right now you can even enter this buy zone that I have below for you. So anywhere from 17 to 16.5 cents is a great entry for Harmony One. This is where I would be looking to buy as many coins as possible. Below that, I do think it's a fire sale at that point. So feel free to dollar cost average in below if you see yourself go lower. Obviously, never buy all in at one price because there's always the potential to go even lower. Now, as you can see, we are trading sideways for the past around about 24 hours over here. So let's check with the RSI and see what's going on over here. So as you can see, we are potentially, we are printing a bullish divergence here on the 4-hourly chart because the price action isn't printing anything, but we are getting higher lows on the RSI, so that is potentially a good sign. We are closing in on a bullish cross on the MACD, which would be a great confirmation of the uptrend on the 4-hourly chart, and the stochastic RSI is starting to move to the upside from the oversold position on the 4-hourly chart, which is great. So you should have obviously dollar cost averaged in once you were below the index of 20 on the stochastic. That means you're oversold, just like on the RSI when you're below the index of 30. That means you're oversold. But so far, based on the price action, you're still good to go over here. As you can see, we are holding this sort of support level, and we aren't dropping anywhere below this. If you do, I would look to go all the way down to the buy zone that we have over there. Let me just change the colors. Yeah, so as you can see, if you drop into this light blue buy zone as well, this is a good entry because this is a strong support zone, and each time you go into that zone, you get sent right back up. Now, quickly, I do want to check the weekly chart as well. So if you check the weekly chart, as you can see, we are above the 55 weekly EMA, which is great, which is incredible. We're also hitting our head on the 20 EMA, which is not so great. But the fact that the EMAs are coming back closer together is healthy because we need the EMAs to come closer together. We need to have that EMA squeeze so that the price pops up towards the end of this bull market, okay? That's what we're waiting for here. But like I said, the 55 EMA is on the weekly chart is in between this yellow buy zone that I gave you. It's in that buy zone, so potentially expect a bounce off of the 55 EMA if we see another pullback on Bitcoin. The stochastic RSI is still in the oversold on the weekly, so great entries if you're basing your entries based on the RSI. The weekly chart is in a neutral position on the RSI, and the MACD is getting overextended to the downside. So everything is pointing towards a move to the upside relatively soon, guys. So that is pretty much it. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I do post technical analysis in there, and we have a Telegram and a Discord server as well with a great community that will help you. If you have any questions, feel free to join and ask away. Also, feel free to join our Patreon. We do have a Patreon, which is a great way to support me, obviously, and it's a great way for me to give back to those who support me. We do have almost 60 posts per month on Patreon with low cap gem calls, buy and sell alerts, mid cap project highlights, market sentiment analysis, technical analysis requests, video requests, all that type of stuff is in there. So feel free to check that out. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.